Alright, just here to talk quickly about the Pilgrimage Tournament that's coming up this weekend, August 22, 23, 2009. And the Pilgrimage Tournament is one of Australia's premier events in terms of Warhammer Fantasy. We're expecting 95 entrants this year, so there's quite a few of them. Um, in terms of my personal goals and what I've set for myself this coming tournament, is just to do better than what I did last year. It shouldn't be too hard considering how I went last year. Played 6 games and got severely beaten in 4 games. Yeah, about 4 games. So out of 96 participants in last year's tournament, I came 61st. I was very fortunate not to come 85th or like in the 90s somewhere. I think I was only fortunate because in the last game that I did play, I played Alec and his High Elves, and I managed to squeeze out a 20 zip win out of him. So I was lucky in that respect. And then I just trampolined off him and then came 61st. Not bad considering the way I went. The first 3 games I did play. I think I lost about 18-2 to the Wolves, and then about 17-3 to Beastmen, and then I lost 0-20 to Simon's Vampire Counts. And yeah, it's just first big tournament that I went up to, and I was a bit of a shock to see so many people there. Now, the aim for the Pilgrimage Tournament organisers is that to bring in as much newbies as you possibly can. If this is your first or second tournament, you get a discount, half price discount. So the ticket's normally $50. So if you come down, join the tournament, it'll be 25 for you. And if you're a veteran and you bring down someone who's new to the tournament scene, you also get $25 off. So it's good inspiration to bring in someone new or to come down yourself to see what the Australian Warhammer Fantasy Tournament scenes are like. Now, a lot of the Australian players that went to the European Team Championships about a couple of weeks ago, they won't be here, but that's not to say that it's going to be a very competitive tournament. It's going to be very, very competitive. Blokes from Queensland and from Victoria are coming up to the tournament. So yeah, it's going to be one hell of a dogfight to get the rankings. Like I said, I'm trying to beat 61st out of 96. I mean, so shouldn't be too hard. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. And since going to the pilgrimage last year in 2008, I've been to 5 other tournaments. I've been to DogCon, which was back in January, and out of 111 attendees, I came 59th. So that was a better placing for me. Although I had mixed results back in DogCon, I think I had about 3 wins and 3 losses. Then I went to Clash of the Titans, and this is the tournament where I changed to a Wyvern list. And out of 38 attendees, I came 10th. And then my famous Emperor's Legion tournament out at Penrith. I think this would have been about in March, just before I went on holidays. Pretty much using the same list that I had at the Clash of the Titans tournament, I came 5th at Emperor's Legion out of 42 participants. And very happy with the result. I played 5 games. I only lost once, which was to Matt and his Tomb Kings, which traditionally I never had much luck against. But I was very happy. Like I said, 5th out of 42 wasn't too bad. Then, of course, there was the Australian Team Championships, which didn't go towards my overall ranking. But nevertheless, I captained my team, Stephen Hawking's football boots, and we managed to come in 6th, equal 6th out of 14 teams. So we were pretty happy about that too. On a personal level, I only lost 1 game. No, sorry, I lost 2 games out of 6 rounds. So I was happy with the result there too. Then of course there was the popcorn tournament, which was using the ETC rules as well, and I managed to come in 20th out of 30 participants, which wasn't too bad as well. I mean, it's just one of those things where not many things were going right for me, but I was very happy with the result. 20 out of 30 is not bad for, especially for orcs and goblins. So I'm really keen to get into it this year with the pilgrimage, because this is it's like a measuring stick for me to see how far I've gone from last year's tournament to this year's, and judging by the results, the mixed results that I've had through the tournaments that I've been to, I don't think I've done too bad. I think I've slightly improved since changing to a Wyvern list, but now that I'm going up against some really tough opponents here at the Pilgrimage this year. Like I said, it's a good measuring stick for me to see how far I've gone. Also, did manage to play about 4 games of practice games for the Pilgrimage. The first game that I had was against Matt's Tomb Kings. Actually, I played Matt all the times. It was just I was very lucky that he has multiple armies, so he could give all these armies a run. But the first game that I did play against him was against his Tomb Kings, and I lost 16-4 in that game. I was trying something different. To all the greenskin plays, Savage Orc War Boss on a Wyvern is no good. So don't even think about it. It's a disaster waiting to happen. Yeah, I lost 16-4. Then the following week we managed to play again, and I played his Tomb Kings again. And by then I was fine tuning my list to the list that I actually wanted, and I played more conservatively instead of very aggressively, and it ended up being a 10-all draw. I was very lucky to wound his Tomb King as well with the Orc Shaman. He had Edbutt, and then of course the Nibbler City Ring, which has Edbutt as well. So I headbutted him twice, and I managed to bring him down to half wounds. Points wise, I won the game, but not by much. But all in all, it was a 10-all draw. If I had wiped out like maybe another unit of, let's say, the chariots, so I did manage to wipe out the chariots. But if I brought, say, the Tomb Guard down to half points, then maybe I would have eked out a 11-9 win. Black Orc War Boss on the ball, he managed to kill his Tomb Prince on Chariot, because the last game he ripped me into shreds. And what I did was it was like a personal target for me, that Tomb Prince. And when the Wyvern managed to kill him, he inflicted the curse on me because I rolled like 11 on my leadership roll, and he was severely wounded. But he didn't die, but because of the wounds that was caused towards the Wyvern and the big fella on top, I was forced to play more conservatively with the Black Orc War Boss as well. So yeah, 16-4 loss. And the following week we got to, actually the same night, we had a second game. I have no pictures of it, unfortunately, but I played his Skaven, and I managed to pull out a 13-7 win against his Skaven. Then on the last game that I had against Matt was against his Dark Elves, and in the end we found out that he was using an illegal list because he only had 2 core choices. He thought that Harpies counted towards core, but they didn't. And I don't know, if it would have made much of a difference. Maybe he would have lost the Chariot in exchange for the Spearmen. But in the end I lost 17-3 because I was playing a different type of game. I was playing more aggressively with the Wyvern, which ran away during like my turn 2 or turn 3, something like that, because he managed to lose combat towards the Hydra. And like trial and error, so I don't think I'll be using him very aggressively towards my opponents in the Pilgrimage tournament. I'll probably be trying to hang back as often as I can just to use his leadership. Then when it's crunch time, then that's when I'll probably move him in. But yeah, like I said, he had an illegal list anyway, so the game was null and void. And yeah, 17-3 loss to Matt. So yeah, those were the practice games that I had. Now it's the real deal this coming weekend. I'm going to be pretty buggered because I'm going to work this afternoon and I'll be home pretty late and I'm not going to get much sleep, but I'll see what happens on the first day, and then I'll get back to you with some results.